guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing really well. Happy Friday. It's currently Friday for me and it will probably be Friday when you're watching this as well. So yes, happy Friday. I hope you're excited for the weekend ahead. I definitely am. We've got a really nice weekend planned this weekend. So it's currently Friday afternoon and I've just finished work. I think I'm going to spend the afternoon just doing sort of general housework, to be honest. I do usually try and spend my Friday afternoons off just doing bits around the house because I feel like it's just a really nice start to the weekend. It gets the house just sort of ready for whatever the weekend might hold. So yeah, I'm just going to do some bits around the house and I've got an Asda shop to collect later on this afternoon. And then tomorrow we have got the first of our sort of wedding meetings at the venue. So we'll be heading over there in the morning and just, I suppose, sort of like going through some things, clarifying some bits. Yeah, we'll probably just start the ball rolling with some wedding things. So yeah, I will try and take you along with us, obviously not to the actual meeting itself, but I'll try and get some footage of our actual wedding venue if anybody is interested in seeing that. Obviously depending on what's actually going on tomorrow, whether there's another function happening, I might not be able to get into our actual like function room, but I'll just try and show you some like clips of the actual hotel itself and like the grounds and stuff. I'm hoping to maybe get some lunch while we're there, or even just have like a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or something after our meeting, because even though the venue is actually probably only about 20 minutes away from us, it's not somewhere that we go very often. So I don't think me and Louis have actually been to our wedding venue just for like food or to look around or anything since we actually booked it. I have taken some of my friends to like show them, but yeah, I don't think me and Louis have been together since we booked it, probably a year and a half ago at least. So yeah, that will be really nice. And then I think Louis mentioned that we were possibly going over to one of his friends' houses afterwards to meet their new puppy, which is really exciting. Tomorrow just sounds like a lovely day. So yeah, we'll see whether we end up going over there, and then I probably do just need to nip to the shops at some point tomorrow as well, because then it is Mother's Day this Sunday. So you probably won't be seeing this video for a few weeks. I'm quite ahead with my videos at the moment. But yeah, this Sunday is Mother's Day, so we'll be having a nice sort of family day on Sunday, and we are having Louis' mum and my mum round for like a Sunday dinner. So more reasons why I want to just get on top of the house and get it looking as lovely as possible for us to have people round. So yeah, we've got a really nice weekend ahead of us, but we probably won't get that much done in the house in terms of like the renovations. If you've seen our previous video, you'll have seen Louis doing work on the fireplace in the living room. So I think he has done sort of what he needed to do with that. He's put the lintel in, he's knocked the bricks out, and yeah, that was just a job that we wanted to get done before we laid the floor in there, because obviously it was a very messy job. There was like bricks falling all over the place. So that is a good job done. So I think we can probably now focus on getting the floor laid. Obviously before we can lay the floor, we need to completely empty that room and give it a good clean. So we definitely will not be starting the floor this weekend, or possibly not even like for the next couple of weekends. But if we can just gradually get that room completely empty, give it a good clean, and then we've got plywood that we need to put on top of the floorboards. Then we need to obviously do the underlay and then the actual flooring. So yeah, it probably will be a little bit of a slower weekend. Obviously I'll take you along with us, show you what we get up to, show you little bits around the house, because we will be still doing like bits and bobs, but yeah, probably nothing too major this weekend. So I'm gonna go and put a load of washing on now because we have literally got a mountain of washing upstairs that's just been piling up. So I'm going to get some washing on, and I don't really know where to start, to be honest. I might start in the bathroom because I feel like that could just do with a quick clean. So yes, I will take you along with us for what hopefully should be a really lovely weekend. Venue. I was thinking this the other day actually. I don't think we've been back together since we booked it.
So what have you been like?
Well, I've been with other people, yeah.
I wasn't invited, obviously.
No, I've been with like my friends from work and Georgia, my bestie. You haven't brought anyone, have you?
No.
You haven't brought me?
What do you mean I haven't brought you, you haven't brought me?
No, I think it is the first time that we've both been though, but we've got our meeting, so do you have any questions or is it just me?
I don't even know what this meeting entails. Is that the right word?
Yeah. Well, have you not got any questions about like our wedding day?
So what do we have?
Number one priority.
Well, how much are the drinks?
Well, I've got a list anyway, so at least someone's prepared. But yeah, I was hoping the weather was going to be a little bit nicer and we could have like gone, well, we still can't go outside, but it's just a little bit rainy. But we might get some dinner. I'll show you some like bits. If we can get into the actual room, I'll show you the room, but obviously somebody's probably having a wedding or something today because it's Saturday. But yeah, I'll show you some bits when we get there. afternoon everyone. We've not long been home from our wedding venue. I'm just sat having a little cup of tea in our little like living area. This is the first time that I've just sort of sat and like chilled here, but I've opened all of the blinds of the bifold doors. I'll show you what it looks like outside, because obviously you have to use your imagination a little bit with this, but one day we'll be looking out over a beautiful sunny garden with loads of nice flowers. And yeah, obviously that isn't how it looks at the moment, but yeah, the vision is there. I'm sure you can get an idea of how lovely this garden could look and the nice view that we'll have from this little living area. So one day there'll be like a whole sort of feature wall here. This will be a log burner right in the middle, and then like shelves either side so we can sit with the log burner on. The kitchen will be over there, the lovely garden will be outside. But yeah, I thought I would just sit here and have a cup of tea. It actually looks like it's about to start raining. It was raining this morning, then the sun came out and it's been absolutely gorgeous. I think it was about 15-16 degrees when we were just driving home, but there's a big black cloud over there, so I think it's probably going to start raining any time now. But yeah, I thought I'd just give you a little update with how the day's gone. We've actually had a really lovely day. Obviously been over to our venue, I got loads of footage, so I'll have already put that in, but we actually were able to go into the bridal suite today, which we've never seen in person, just because every other time we've like been over to the venue, it's been an awkward time where it's been like occupied, or it's like, I don't know, somebody's ready to check in or whatever. We've not been able to actually see the bridal suite, so we saw it today. So I got some clips of that which you'll have already seen, and there was also nothing going on in the actual room itself. So the clips that I've showed were like obviously the actual reception area that's got the big staircase, the mirror, the chandelier, and then the sort of like L-shaped room is where our actual like ceremony and meal and everything will be in that room. And then we've also got our own bar and the little like snug area that's got a couple of sofas. I think I got some footage of that as well, but I'll have put it all in a nice little montage. So yeah, I'm really happy with how the meeting went. We just sort of clarified basically everything that I was like unsure of. She was like 2 steps ahead of me, and oh, there's the squirrel. Oh, he does the same little route every single day and runs along our fence. I think the neighbours over the back have got like a little squirrel feeder sort of thing, so he obviously goes over there and gets his food. Nelson spotted him. But yeah, she's absolutely brilliant, the woman. Sort of like wedding coordinator, I suppose she is. So yeah, she answered all of my questions before I'd even asked any of them, to be honest. Sorry if you can hear the washing machine going in the background. But yeah, so unless we need another meeting to discuss anything else, we won't have a meeting now until 7 weeks before the wedding. But yeah, we just sort of went over like how the day is gonna run basically, and just all the little details. We will have a master of ceremonies, I think it is, like all day to just make sure everything runs smoothly. So I'm feeling really like settled and quite chilled and confident and quite excited now. I feel like it's been a while since we've been over to the venue, and even the room itself is bigger than what I remembered. And I don't know, I suppose just like the closer it gets, the more you start to really imagine how it's all going to be, and that soon that is where we're going to be getting married and it's going to be our wedding day. It's just a bit crazy. So I'm just gonna have a cup of tea. I've got a load of washing in the washing machine, so I'll hang that up once that's finished. And yeah, I don't really know what else to do with the rest of the day. It's to be fair, it's already 25 to 4, so I'm probably not going to do anything much. I feel like I'm in the wedding zone, so I really wanted to have the meeting at the venue just to clarify some things before we send out our invitations, or before we order our invitations, because I haven't ordered them yet. I have showed them last video, a couple of videos ago. But yeah, I just need to make sure that obviously everything is on there that needs to be on there. everything is smelt right and exactly how I want it before I order those. I think another thing that we'll probably start to do is maybe think about the table plan, because that's going to be a big job. We did start doing that ages and ages ago, and we thought it was going to be fun, and it ended up just turning into an absolute like massive job. And it was so long ago that we just thought, oh, we've got ages to think about this, let's not stress ourselves out about it now. But obviously it's getting to the point where we do need to start thinking about it. So yeah, we might sit and just go over some wedding bits when Louis gets home. Maybe he's ordered the invitations. We also need to run through lots of like forms that we need to fill in for the ceremony. I don't think that I'm going to do much else with the rest of the day, to be honest. So I hope you've enjoyed coming along to our venue with us. Obviously I'll continue this vlog on, and hopefully there will be some like home updates within this vlog. I know not everybody will be interested in wedding stuff. Yeah, I'll probably speak to you all in a few days' time. Good afternoon everyone. It's been almost exactly a week since I last spoke to you. So I picked you up after we'd been to our wedding venue last weekend. It has been a whole week, but there's been nothing much happening in the house this week. So Louis just in the living room at the moment, starting to lay the floor. So I'll go in and show you how far he's got with that. He's just laying like the plywood at the moment. So we've got plywood, and then we've got like underlay, and then obviously the actual flooring on top. So he's just doing the plywood at the minute. Yeah, there's nothing really much else going on in the house. I need to do just like some general washing and stuff, and then we've got sort of a lot more like wedding updates. I don't want this video to be like completely just wedding based, because I know a lot of people will be watching our videos to see like house updates and things with the renovation, but the wedding is just quite like heavy at the moment. So we've got our wedding invitations arrived this week, so I need to spend some time this weekend basically writing all of those out, ready to hopefully get them all sort of sent out like next week. My dress is also ready, so I'm going next weekend to try that on and pick it up and stuff like that. So I've been ordering like wedding shoes. I need to think about wedding jewellery. Yeah, just like lots of wedding things going on, but I obviously don't want to bore people too much with that. Let me know if you do want to like hear more about the wedding and stuff. I know this video especially has been quite like wedding orientated, because we obviously went over to our venue last weekend. So yeah, I'm just having some dinner now. I'll go and show you what Louis is getting up to in the living room, and then I'll just be pottering around, probably doing like just some general tidying around the house. So yeah, I'm just going to finish my dinner and then I'll show you what's going on in the house. Right. Oh, are you not doing all the plywood first?
I'm just because I want to get this right first. So.
Alright. So this is the living room situation. So he's laid like the first run of plywood down there, but you're unsure about how to get the floor straight, aren't you? Or something.
Yeah. We've got markings on the wall there. Because
I think this wall here is straight, but this over here isn't. So obviously if he starts laying the floor down here just straight along this wall, by the time it gets to here it's not going to look straight, and this is really where we need it to look straight, right in front of the fireplace, because there'll probably always be like a sofa along this wall. So I think you just do the practice run, aren't you?
Well, practice permanent.
But once you've got that bit started, then you can do all of the plywood everywhere. That'll be easier than doing it in sections, probably.
Yeah. Well, I'm wanting you if you tidy up.
Oh. If I tidy up. Nelson said he would tidy up.
I'll reply.
With his tail. He'll brush it all around with his tail. But yeah. Bit of progress in here. It'll look a million times better once the floor's done in here, and then we're just gonna, I think, do this room, and then when we get to this doorway here, see how straight it is, and if we can just continue straight into the hallway, we will. But if it's looking a bit wonky, or it's going to be wonky in the hallway, we'll have to like stop the floor there, put a threshold in, and then start the hallway like separately, if that makes sense. Ideally I wanted it to run all the way through. My phone's ringing. Right.
Are you not going to help me? Are you not going to help me? Get that bag.
I've just been doing a little bit of filming for Instagram, hence why I'm all dressed up in my nice little spring dress this morning. Let me get something to put you on. It is technically, I think, the first day of spring today. The clocks went forward last night, so we lost an hour. But yeah, I've just been doing a little reel for Instagram. And I was gonna go and get changed out of my nice little dress, but I might just stay in it. There's no reason why I can't be nice and dressed up in the house on a Sunday. Why not? I do need to do just some like houseworky bits though, so I will have to go and get changed at some point. I want to clear out the utility room just a little bit so that I can film something for TikTok. I'm doing sort of like room by room renovation plans over on TikTok. If you do want to go and have a look at that, it's just sort of like snippets of each individual room and what we still need to do, basically what our plans are and stuff like that. So the utility at the moment is an absolute mess, so I do just need to like clear some bits out of there before I can film our plans for that room. But yeah, I thought I would show you how far Louis got with the flooring. He'll probably just continue with that like this afternoon. He might even get it finished if he like powers through and continues until like late, which he did last night. He was doing it until about 9:30, I think, so he's probably not far off halfway through. We always lose a lot of time on a Sunday morning though, because he plays football and he's gone for like hours. So yeah, he'll continue with that when he gets back this afternoon, so I'll go and show you how far he's got with that. So this is how it's looking. So he did do like most of this plywood. We have got some left over there, so I'm guessing he just needs to sort of like cut certain bits out and stuff. But yeah, he's done maybe he's more sort of like a quarter of the room, but I think the hardest part is done, which was trying to figure out how to get it straight, because this fireplace is a little bit wonky. I think it was about 3 centimeters, maybe it's like 2.5, 3 centimeters out, which obviously meant if we'd have started off this wall, which is straight, by the time it got to the fireplace it would look wonky in front of the fireplace. So we've basically done it so that it's straight in front of the fireplace, which meant that he had to cut the run right up against that wall. Basically had to be cut wonky in order for it to be straight here, if that makes any sense. But yeah, obviously we will have a big rug in here, and I would assume that even like well into the future, we'll always have some sort of like furniture sofa against this wall. Obviously at the moment we've got our corner sofa, which will go here, and then our like love seat, which will go here. Obviously if we decide to change that furniture in the future, I'm sure it will still always go against this back wall, because obviously the fireplace is here and the fireplace is like the focal point, so we wanted it to be straight in front of the fireplace. And then like I say, I would imagine that we'll always have a nice big rug in this room and then furniture up against that wall. So yeah, that's what we decided to do, but it took quite a lot of time just measuring again, remeasuring, figuring out what we needed to do and just making sure that it was right basically. So yeah, he's just away with the flooring now. We're just gonna, I think I did explain this, but we're just gonna take it up to here and then see how it is. I've got a feeling we might have to put a threshold here and do the hallway separately, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, Louie's going to continue with this afternoon. I think I'll probably leave this video here and just continue with the updates in a new video. I'll probably start one straight away. So yeah, if you want to see how the flooring turns out, then that should hopefully be in the next video. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next video.